Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because I'm doing a haul video. I just have a bunch of items. Literally this bag's filled to like the brim of things that I've picked up from mostly Sephora recently, but also I do have a few items from Ulta in here as well that I picked up that I thought, why not just go ahead and share. It's been a while since I did my last haul video. I used to do them quite a bit on my channel, but for some reason I want to say it's been definitely 2, maybe even 3 years since I did my last one. So if you enjoy this and want to see more of those, I will have a playlist to those haul videos in the upper right hand corner as well as in the description below. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. I'll have all the products I mentioned today linked in the description. So if you want to check out any products, just know that any product that has a star beside of it is an affiliated link. But with all that being said, let's get talking about these products. So because I kind of threw all the products in one bag together, I really don't have much like of a method to the madness. I'm just going to kind of pull them out and talk about them as I see them. Know really like what's Ulta, what's Sephora. You'll kind of know based on the pricing, but the first one I needed, well, I didn't need, but I really wanted to use a new like thermal protectant for my hair. So the one that I picked up is the Kenra Thermal Styling Spray. Here's what it looks like. I believe this is like $17 or $18. And first off, I've heard so many good things about Kenra and I've never tried any of the products out. But for this one in particular, I had just finished up my Chi heat protectant that I use on my hair, and I really liked that one. I'm not sure if you were supposed to use it on your dry hair, but I would, and you could also use it in like your like damp hair, so you could use it either way, and I really liked that. I have another one that I'm using up now that I'm almost done with, and that one's very similar to that, where you can use it on damp or dry hair when you're styling, and so I wanted a heat protectant that I could also do that with, and this one you can, which is exciting, and I really just want to try out one that I feel like is going to let my hair, you know, give it the provide longevity to whatever I'm doing to my hair, whether it's just blowing it out or whether I'm flat ironing it, curling it, whatever it may be. I want a product that's going to really extend the wear time of whatever I'm doing to my hair as well as protect it. That's the number one thing. I'm really trying to work on improving the health of my hair, and so I thought, why not give this a go? It had good reviews, so stay tuned. I might even do like a best heat protector video like long in the future, so stick around for that if you're interested. So the next product is another hair one. It's one that I did end up picking up at Sephora, but I'm pretty sure, actually no, I'm 100% sure they do carry the Olaplex at Ulta now. This is the Olaplex number 9 Bond Protector Nourishing Hair Serum. Here's what it looks like. This, I have tried out a lot of different products from Olaplex, and I'm a big fan, especially when it comes to like their number 6. I've used their number 3. Like, I've used a lot of different ones, and I kind of want to do a video on all the different like Olaplex products I've tried out. That one could definitely be sooner rather than the other hair video that I talked about for heat protectants, just because aside from this one, I have, you know, a really good idea of what I think about all the other products. So I wanted to give this one a go. I like about this one that you can use it in, you know, after you've washed your hair on like towel dried hair, and it says like if you want kind of more texture, you can like just like leave your hair and let it air dry, or if you want kind of more of a smooth finish, you can blow dry, which is typically how I'd use a product like this, but I'd be interested to see how it would work on my hair if I just like let it air dry with it. So this is one I want to try out. Haven't obviously given it a go, but I'm excited to. So next, this one's pretty basic. It's just the mini daily brush cleaner from Sephora collection. Here's what it looks like. This one has about 2 fluid ounces of product in it. I've only for the past few years ever used, like, I'm not very loyal to which one I get from Sephora, but I pretty much always get one from the Sephora collection. Right now I'm using like a big foaming one, and it's lasted me forever, but I know that I'm running low on that one, so I wanted to go ahead and just, while I was there, restock and get a smaller version. Like I said, I'm not really super loyal to any like of the ones that I've tried, but I do really enjoy them. I feel like they get the job done. You guys get it. It's a brush cleaner. So you probably know by now, I'm a lip balm fiend. I cannot get enough of lip balms, and that's a whole other thing. I would love to just like do a deep dive on lip balms and figure out like what's the best and all that. But this is one I hadn't tried, and I know a lot of people talk about it. So it's the Smith's Rosebud Salve. Here's what it looks like. This is just kind of, I know that there's like perfume or something that does have this like rose fragrance to it, or floral fragrance. And honestly, I used to be like kind of have an aversion to like rose scented things, but for some reason I've kind of turned like a new leaf as of late, and I've been kind of like digging the rose scented things, especially like this time of year. So don't know what's up with that, but I did want to try it. It just kind of caught my attention, and I was like, why not throw it in the car? So the next product is a lip product that I've had on my wish list for literally the longest time, and I hadn't really even like seen it in store. I just heard people talk about it, or like I had seen swatches of it online, or people wearing it on their lips, and I just like was interested. And so Here is what it looks like. It's the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump Oil, I believe. And the shade I have is in Mixed Berries. And initially the one that I was looking at was in the line, like the original one, not the plumping one. But this one just caught my attention, this Mixed Berries shade. It was the one that intrigued me the most. So I'll have to play around with it. It's definitely like a My Lips But Better type shade, in my opinion. And it's definitely the type of lip product I like. I like the things that are kind of like a combination of like a lip tint, a lip oil, a lip gloss, and I especially like when they're in this kind of easy to apply format that you can just kind of throw on willy-nilly and throw it in your purse and you can reapply as needed. So I'm hoping that's what this will be. It also has kind of a really nice scent to it that I was not expecting. So I'm excited to try this out, especially because it had been something that I've been wanting to try for just so long and I kept putting off. So moving along to a repurchase, and when I tell you like this is a repurchase, this is a product I cannot even tell you how many times I have bought this. At least 8, probably 10. It's the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Ultra Face Moisturizer. Here's what it looks like. I believe this is around like $32. I honestly think it's like exactly $31.99, but this is my favorite moisturizer of all time. I've probably been using it for 3 or 4 years now, and the way that I use it is I apply it before I apply my makeup, and then I also apply it at night after I've removed my makeup and done my full, skincare routine. And I have eczema prone skin, pretty dry skin, and this has saved my skin. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. If you want to check out like a moisturizer video or skincare video, I'll link some of those below where I go more in detail with this, but it is so good. And even though I use it every day, twice a day, like consistently, I find myself really like going through this maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months. So it does last me a decent while, and it's got a nice pump. It's great. Can't say enough things. I am so excited about this next one because, okay, it's another repurchase. Let me see if I can even, it has that weird like label thing on it where it's probably going to be, actually I'm just going to open it from the bottom. You know how like they have that weird cover now, so many products at the drugstore, so like it's nice because it like seals and shows the product hasn't been like, used or opened or whatever, but also it's just kind of a pain. Anyway, enough of me griping about that. Okay, so now this is, you guys have probably heard of it a few times. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Here's what it looks like. I just have mine in the shade Bronzer. And now this is a product that I've had multiple times in my collection, and there was a period of time where I had 2 different ones open, and they both were kind of like crumbly. It was kind of hard to get the product to pick up evenly on like my brush, and then it also kind of get everywhere, like it was just a mess. So it made using it not very fun, but it was like my favorite bronzer ever. And I was like, no, like I need to use these up before I get another one, and I did. And I picked up another one, and I cannot wait to use this tomorrow morning. Like next time I do my makeup tomorrow for work, this will be going all over my face. It's just, it has that nice smell to it that I don't think is too overbearing, but if you do have an aversion to fragrances, beware. If you haven't tried this before, I feel like it is just the perfect bronzer to add dimension while also adding warmth. It's buildable, it's blendable. It was like the star of the show in my Best and Worst bronzers video. It just, I feel like it doesn't get better than this. Even though it is getting pricier and pricier, I see Physicians Formula, still it, doesn't compare to some of the even higher end ones that you can get like Sephora and in the more like high-end mid-tier section of Ulta. So speaking of bronzers, I did pick up another one from the drugstore, but the reason I picked this one up, I was gonna pick up the Matte Monoi bronzer. Insert a picture of that on the screen now, but that's a version of the Physicians Formula one that they more recently came out with, which is matte, and I wanted to pick that one up, but the shade selection that they had just did not, I didn't think it was gonna work for me, so I was like, why? Like, I'm not gonna spend the money on a product that probably won't work. So I ended up picking up one that has been like pretty popular in the community, but I've never tried it, and it's been out for a while. This is the NYX Matte Bronzer. Here's what it looks like. It is in the shade Light, and I didn't get to see like an exact, like they didn't have one open in the store, but I'm hoping this will work for me. I'm not totally sure. It looks a little orange in the pan, but I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more of like a sculpting shade for me that has a little bit more pigment that I don't have to build up quite as much that like I do with the Physicians Formula. Like I could use this one and then I could go over top of it with the Physicians Formula is kind of what I'm thinking, but we'll see. Now that I'm like looking at it, I'm not totally sure about the shade. Of course I'll give it a try, but this may be one that I'll have to like exchange or pass along to someone else because I'm starting to think it's going to be a little too orangish red for me. This is another one I'm excited about. Like some of these products are just bringing like smiles to my face. This is actually a duo. It's the Mini Afterglow Duo from NARS. It comes with 2 of their Afterglow lip balms, and it has one shade in here. Both of the shades were interesting to me, but it has like, you know, their traditional shade. You guys know what I'm talking about. But then it also has the shade Dulce Vita, which is one that I have in their lipstick formula, and I love it. So when they first came out with these, like, these have been on my wish list for so long. And so these are just 2 mini size of those Afterglow lip balms. Actually, here's like how they go. So there's Dulce Vita and then the other shade. And just opening up real quick. I haven't like obviously used them or anything, but I'm super pumped about it because this is just, again, a me type formula, and they're both shades that I feel like I could get use out of. So I was like, you know what, why not just go ahead and try it? I don't even know, like, they've been out for so long at this point that it may not be interesting to anyone, but it is to me. I'm excited about it. I love NARS products, so excited to have them in my collection. Neither of these 2 products are ones that have been on my wish list for a long time or anything like that. Like, yes, I wanted to try them, but they're not like, oh, I really want to have them. But I am doing a drugstore. I don't know if that's going to go up before this video or after, but either way, I am working on a drugstore blush video, and so I wanted to try out 2 more. One of them is like one that I've had in my collection, just not in this formula, and so I wanted to make sure that it's the same. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. The one that I have is like a little bit older. It's in like their rectangular packaging, and it's in a different shade, but I wanted to see if the formula was, you know, somewhat similar. This is in Pinch Me Pink, and it's actually like, I don't have a ton of shades like this in my collection, so I wanted to make sure formula is the same even though they're different packaging, or, you know, if they're not, get an updated version of it to try out. And then the next one is this Essence Mosaic blush, and I remember hearing someone talk about the Essence blushes, not the Mosaic one in particular, but this is in the shade The Berry Connection, and I don't really have a lot of shades like this. Let me try and open it. And so I thought, why not try out this one? I've heard that it's a very easy to build up formula. You can blend it out easily. And so I wanted to try this one as well, especially because Essence does have a lot of products that I enjoy. And so I thought, why not kind of round out the video by also trying out one from a pretty affordable brand at the drugstore. Okay, next I have an eyeliner. I've been using one from NYX, and it's like a pencil eyeliner, and I'm a big fan of pencil eyeliners in general, but there was one that I was trying out from them, and it just is so hard to apply, and it's uncomfortable, and I feel like I'm like jabbing my eye out every single time I apply it. So I wanted to try out another one from NYX just to see if they're all like that or if it's just the pencil liners. So this one is the NYX Retractable Liner, just in the shade Black. I pretty much always wear black eyeliners, even though right now I'm using like a brown one, a dark brown one from Morphe 2 that I actually really like. But I was like, why not just try it? Typical black shade, retractable, see how you feel about it. Is it, you know, better performing than the other one? Because I do want to kind of, you know, have an idea. I don't want to, you know, poo-poo all NYX eyeliners if their retractable ones are pretty good. And I feel like I've heard people talk about them before, so I'm hoping I'll have better luck here. Alright everyone, that about wraps it up for today's video. If you enjoyed and want to see more hauls in the future, I'd really appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up so I can know, you know, what you guys are interested in. And if there's any of these products that you'd like me to, you know, give some feedback on or talk about in a future video, just let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys, so really anything you want to say, just leave it in the comments. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you're having a great day today, and I hope you have a great couple of days until my next video is posted, and I'll see you when it is.